Hey YouTube, I went to Kissimmee Regional yesterday. I did absolutely horrid. I ran Black Wings. Um, the deck was fine. It's just that I expected to play against meta, and I played meta twice, and my deck suffered from that. Um, there's really not much to talk about. I did absolutely horrible. It was embarrassing. I wanted to drop, but everyone else was having a good time, so I was just like, fine, I won't drop. I'll just play to see my placement. My placement was absolutely so horrible, I'm not even going to say it. It was horrid. Um, that's really it. I'm going to do a deck profile, and then I'm going to talk about my matchups and basically what happened. Alright. So we have the triple Shura, that's obvious. Triple Bora, that's pretty obvious too. You just need it for your Key Beetle locks, Spear, Mecha Phantom Beast tokens, stuff like that. Triple Kalute, obvious, standard. I played double Sirocco. It's good. I honestly wish I drew into it more. I didn't see it as much as I wanted to. Double Blizzard, honestly, he's an amazing card. It's just that I wish there were better level 6s. But, whatever. Gale, obvious, standard. Zephyros, I love him. He's great. And then, one Vayu. A lot of people were wondering why I played Vayu. In theory, Vayu is very, very good. But in reality, he's not that great. But honestly, yesterday at the regionals, he wasn't bad at all. He actually served his purpose quite a multiple times. I got him off, I think, 4 times. He was really good. He was really helpful. And I honestly, he never dead drew me. He was good yesterday. I didn't have a problem with him at all yesterday. Sometimes I do, but yesterday he was absolutely perfect. And then I have 2 maxis in the main because you want to get to your Black Whirlwind. I didn't really see these as much as I wanted to. In fact, I hardly even saw these at all. So, whatever. And then for the spells, triple Black Whirlwind. It's your searcher, you need it, of course. I went triple Pot of Duality, just because Pot of Duality is such a great card and you need to get to your Whirlwind. Unfortunately, Pot of Duality may have cost me a couple games because I go Pot of Duality. I wouldn't drawn anything I really needed, and I would try to attack with Ashura, and the attack hit, and I wouldn't be able to special summon, and I could have ended the game right there if I didn't Duality. An Allure of Darkness. It's got to dig deep. A Book of Moon. Protection and offense. Dark Hole. I used this once. Other than that, it was dead to me the entire time. Dark Hole deserves to be in the side deck now. I have, for the traps, triple Icarus attack. Really great. I unfortunately didn't see this as much as I wanted to as well. Some games I feel like I had this all the time and I just dominated the board. And then other games it's just like I am at least 20 cards into my deck and I haven't seen one Icarus. So that was that. I went double Fiendish Chain. I bounced this back a couple of times with Zephyros, so it was pretty helpful. Other than that, I really don't think I used it much. I may have got someone's Algiady with it. Other than that, it was pretty much dead because I didn't play a lot of effects on field yesterday. Double Mirror Force. Mirror Force helped a lot. Someone had gone overextended and I just Mirror Forced him and his face was great. Because a lot of people don't run it now, but he didn't see it coming. And then the one-ofs, Torrential Tribute, Compulse, Bottomless, and Solemn Warning. I'd have to say the MVP out of all of these yesterday or the Compulse, Bottomless, and Torrential. Solemn I didn't really see as much as I wanted to, or as much as I'm used to. Torrential, Dragon Ruler player, summoned 4 monsters. I played Bottomless when he summoned the 4th. He was unhappy. I compulsed so many things, it was great. And I Bottomless so many key cards in people's decks. Like, someone would summon Sombra expecting her to play to go off, and I just go Bottomless. And it's just like, oh, get out. Get out of town. Delta Crow. This card was so good. Oh my god. I would go first, and I just set 4 and normal summon. And they would just set as well, because they were scared of my set 4. And then during their end phase, I just flipped Delta Crow. Oh, it was great. And then I played 2 Vanities in the main. I got this off a couple times. I honestly wish I saw more of it. I should have mained 3. I really, really should have mained 3. I didn't see it as much as I wanted to. And I think I would have won more of my games if I mained the 3rd. That was the main. The main is 41 cards. This video is already too long. In the side, 1 Puppet Plant. I wish I cited 1 or 2 more of these, because this card's absolutely amazing. Along with Electric Virus. Electric Virus is fantastic too. DD Crow. I DD Crow'd someone's freaking Inzektor Dragonfly. And then I DD Crow'd their freaking Hornet, and it was devastating. Deck Dev. This was only good during my last round. I'll talk about it later. Triple MST. It's pretty normal. Mind Crush. Didn't use this at all, actually. Didn't use it at all. DNA Surgery was probably the 2nd MVP. I won my game 2 because of this, my 2nd match. I'll just talk about it later. It was so good. And then last 3 slots go to Imperial Ironwall. It really served no purpose. For my extra, number 66, Master Key Beetle. Amazing. Don't even have to talk about it. Ice Beast Xerophine. Probably one of the best rank 4s out there, other than Shockmaster. I mean, this card's absolutely godlike. I wish it was hollow. It should have been hollow. Diamond Dyer. I used him a couple times. He helped me out. Black Ship of Corn. I went him a lot. Very helpful. I honestly didn't think I'd go into Diamond Dyer and number 50 a lot, because I was like, oh, I never really use these. But yesterday I went ham on these, and it was great. Maestroke. I don't think I made him once. I may have made him once, but I don't remember. Gaga Cowboy. I use him. He's just such a helpful card. Abyss Dweller. I didn't go against any Mermails, unfortunately. If I went against Mermails, I would have won, because I was playtesting with my friend that was running Mermails, and I wrecked him all the games. So, Catastor, didn't make him once. What a waste of space. HTS Sahimeth, I used him once. He was alright. He did his job. Armwing, standard. Armor Master, I made him a couple times with Vayu. Black Rose, never made it once. Stardust Spark, made it once, and it got taken from me with Big Eye. Crimson Blader and Darkened Dragon, I ain't make once. Yeah. So that was that. That's the extra. I'm going to talk about my matches. Game 1, I went against... Okay, for my record, I went 3, 4, and 2. Meaning I won 3 games, lost 4 games, and I drawed 2 of them. And then game 1, I went against Constellars. It was game 1. He was hammering me pretty hard, and then I was left with 400 life points. And then when I had 400 life points, I just came back and I just absolutely tried to do anything to prevent him, to keep him from getting Gaga Cowboy on the field, and I just won from there. I just beat him down. I basically attacked with Ashura and then waited for a response. No response, and I dropped double Kalut, and that was game. Game 2, he was a really, really nice kid. Very, very nice. He was next to me the entire day, but he played so slow. He was so slow. And I wanted to say speed it up, but I would feel bad because he was like, I don't know, 13, 14. And I just didn't want to, like, rush things. And so, if I had one more turn, I would have won, but we ended up going into time, and he won. Then, match 2, I went against Noble Knight. DNA Surgery puts in work. DNA Surgery is so good because the equips just fall off if you call anything but Warrior. Like, I just went... I played DNA Surgery. He opened up the nuts. He played Destiny. He played the Excalibur. He played Caliburn. And I'm like, well, man, that's a lot of equips. He also played Gallatin on it, so now it's, like, huge. And I just set DNA Surgery. And then during my turn, my next turn, I just go, flip it, call Winged Beast, and they just fall off. And I'm just like, yes! And I just won from there. I 2-0'd him. And then game 3, I went against Mythic Ruler. I lost 1-2. It was a good game. He deserved it. He was at the top tables later on in the event. I think he top 8'd, actually. Game 4, I went against Infernity. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I hate this deck so much. I honestly think it's degenerative. Nothing to the players or the people that play it. I'm very sorry, but I hate your deck. It's not you. I don't hate the player. I hate the deck, honestly. I honestly just hate the deck. It's so degenerative. And the fact that you can get 3 Infernity Barrier out in one turn just by freaking necromancing and then freaking transmodifying, it's ridiculous. It's honestly annoying. And it's not fun. I'd actually rather play Exodia or Final Countdown than play Infernity. Sorry, not sorry. Match 5, I went against Battle and Boxer. I surprisingly lost. I honestly didn't think I would lose. But he just had more back row than me, and I did misplay a lot. I wasn't really paying attention because I was so distraught from losing to Infernities. I was so distraught. I was like, I just lost to Infernity. I don't even know what's happening. But I lost to Battle and Boxers. It was a 1-2 loss. It was an alright game. Game 6, I went against Dragon Ruler. Or match 6, I went against Dragon Ruler. Or round 6, I went against Dragon Ruler. I 2-0'd him. Basically, Vanities is amazing. Game 7, I 2-0'd Inzectors. I just shut him down. Game 8, or round 8, I went against Harpies. Harpies is honestly Blackwing's worst matchup because they just pop everything, and it's frustrating. Game 9 was a draw. I went against Burn, Stall, whatever. Really nice lady. I liked her. I didn't like the deck. It's honestly one of those things with Infernities. Like, I don't mind playing it, but it's just so annoying. And I could have won. I could have gone in for game, but I thought she had Honest in her hand, and I didn't want to chance it, so I didn't attack. Unfortunately, I paid the cost of that, and I ended up drawing because we went into time. And that was really it. I did horrid. I honestly... It was embarrassing. But you learn. You learn from your mistakes. I'm done with these tier 2 decks so much. That's really it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll make sure to have the Gladiator Beast, the top Gladiator Beast. I got the live deck profile for that. And the top Evil Swarm deck profile that I got live as well. So, don't forget to watch those, and like, comment, and subscribe.